My name is Satinder Puri. I'm a retired structural engineer, a community activist, and I'm a volunteer teacher at a local school in Cleveland, Ohio. So I'm here to talk about hunger strike, stop corruption in the public square project, why I'm on a hunger strike, and then why there is this Leave Public Square Alone campaign. I have been campaigning for the last 8 months. I have so far campaigned for about 250 hours, which is the equivalent of walking 750 miles carrying my sign, Leave Public Square Alone. Why? The reason is, if you look at Public Square, we have two major arteries. Here is Ontario Street going north-south, and down there is Superior Avenue. We'll look at it going east-west. There are two major arteries, 6 lanes in Ontario Street and 4 lanes in Superior. By blocking Ontario Street and Superior Avenue during construction, they will be diverting the traffic from 10 lanes onto the perimeter roadway. Here's the perimeter roadway, which has 2 or 3 lanes, and it chokes up the, creates traffic gridlocks. In addition to creating traffic gridlocks, according to a 2012 traffic study, there will also be traffic delays, and also because of the traffic delays, there will be an increase in the operating costs to the RTA, which is the local agency that operates our buses and our rails and our trains. So the estimate is the delays will cost the RTA $3.5 million during construction, a 16-month period, and after that it'll cost $1 million every year. So I'm opposing this project primarily for that reason, because it'll cause gridlocks, it'll cause traffic delays, and it will greatly inconvenience 40,000 bus riders who use the RTA system, not to mention all the car and other vehicle users who use Public Square. Now they want to construct Public Square, and the construction of the Public Square, as you can see in here, you can see the barricades. Public Square has been all barricaded, a fence has been erected, so the area inside is the construction site. Construction is going to last for 16 months, and during construction, both Ontario Street and Superior Avenue will be closed, and the traffic will then be channeled along the perimeter roadway. So we got 10 lanes of traffic that is going along the perimeter roads, and you can see in here, see this? The buses are going to make a turn. There are pedestrians coming out here, and it's not very safe. So that is why I have the Leave Public Square Alone campaign. Now the question is, why about a hunger strike? Why is there a hunger strike? Today is the 6th day of the hunger strike. This is the 2nd time I'm on a hunger strike to challenge the corruption in the Mayor Jackson administration. The first hunger strike lasted 21 days, and let us see how long I want to carry out this hunger strike. The whole objective of the hunger strike is to inform the public about the corruption that took place in the Public Square project. Well, what corruption took place? Well, first of all, according to the traffic study, the alternative that was presented, either you close Ontario Street and Superior Avenue completely, was not workable because of traffic gridlocks, going to cost the RTA $2.5 million every year. And the second alternative, just close Ontario Street and narrow Superior Avenue, again was not working. It was going to cost the RTA $1 million every year and also cost traffic gridlocks. But Mayor Jackson went ahead anyway and selected a defective design that was going to cause delays in travel time to thousands of bus riders and other users and cost the RTA $1 million a year. So a defective design was selected. Second, they used mass deception to convey the impression that the project was going to be a very fancy project, a very beautiful project with hardly any traffic around. So this was mass deception taking on a big scale. Here is a rendering of the new public square, the renovated public square. In here is Superior Avenue, 4 lanes of bus traffic, and here is Ontario Street completely closed. All right. If you look at this rendering, all you see is just one bus. We got 4 lanes of buses, 8 bus stops. RTA has 40,000 bus trips, 4,000 bus trips that come here every day, of which half of them will be on Superior, and you just show only one bus. Look at all the cars in here. Look at all the buses in here, and nothing is shown on the perimeter. So this is deception on a mass scale, and this rendering is shown all over television, in the plain dealer, and repeated ad infinitum, and the public gets the impression that they are getting a park, beautiful park, without any traffic, which is totally incorrect, but this is what they have been doing. My opinion is, belief is, and this is based on the traffic study, with 4 lanes of bus traffic, 4 lanes of bus traffic, 4 lanes of bus traffic, and 8 bus stops, this will become a parking lot for buses. And if it becomes a parking lot for buses, you have a park in here, a masterpiece in urban park design. You've got buses all in the interior, and you've got traffic all around. And people will be sitting in here in the new park, which is supposed to have a splash pool, it's going to have a cafe, and trees and gardens, and a very nice meandering path, and people all will have is to smell the fumes coming from the traffic. All right, so in addition to that, there are other concerns. This project, when it was started, was supposed to have a traffic test done to show us that the traffic plan would work. So I made a request to the mayor, sent him emails and certified letters, and the mayor never responded. In addition to that, there were no public meetings conducted all over the city to show whether the public accepted this plan or not. So this is a plan that was forced upon us by the rich and powerful in this city. Who will be benefiting from the rise in real estate values because of this park, and which to everybody else will cause delays in travel time and gridlocks. Then there are other issues. Once you block up the traffic, well, how do the ambulances and the fire trucks get through? There is no way they can get through. In addition to that, we now have so many pedestrians that are crossing the streets. There's only one sidewalk. They have to cross the streets. Cars are coming, buses are coming, much more than usual. And then all of a sudden, it's not safe for them. So there's a safety issue, both in terms of ambulances and fire trucks and pedestrians crossing. The other day I was trying to cross from the other side out there. There's a crossing, and there were no traffic lights for the pedestrian crossing, and I almost got run over by a bus. So the thing is, they are trying to rush through the project so as to complete it in time for the Republican convention in 2016. The Republicans are coming here in 2016, and a lot of people downtown are going to make a lot of money because of the Republicans coming in, and they don't care one bit about the regular people, about people who will experience delays in travel time. And this is all being done at the expense of people. The rest of Cleveland, we live in a city with a 37% poverty rate, but all the money is being spent downtown, even though half of this money is coming from foundations, but they all have a vested interest because their buddies and all are going to make money from this venture. So here are people who are coming down, crossing Ontario Street at South Roadway, and when the traffic is turning on a weekday, a regular day, you can find it's not safe for people to cross with cars and buses that are turning around every second. So an environment, and okay, here is a manhole for one of the electrical utility companies, Cleveland Electric Illuminating Company. The plan for public square is that during construction, all utilities below public square will be relocated. Do these utilities contain asbestos and other hazardous materials? Environmental impact statement would give us all the information. Mayor Jackson never responded to the request for an environmental impact statement despite 2 emails and a certified letter. And this is what the letter said. Please provide an environmental impact statement to demonstrate that the noise, vibrations, dust, etc. from the construction of the proposed renovation of public square and the relocation of underground public and private utilities which may contain hazardous materials, asbestos, lead, mercury, etc., will not adversely affect the safety, health, and well-being of thousands of Clevelanders who visit public square every day and also live and work in the neighborhood. Please allow sufficient time for public review and the comment process on the EIS before start of construction. Well, I sent a couple of emails and a certified letter to the mayor, and I never got any response. I also wrote to the chair of the Downtown Cleveland Alliance, never got any response. So all of these people are trying to get this renovated public square, which will raise their property values, benefit them at the expense of delays in travel time caused to thousands of commuters. So we are looking at, again, the southwest quadrant, and we are looking at the bus shelters of the RTA, which people used to do. These shelters were located on Ontario Street and carried traffic going south. Now they have been totally closed and not being used anymore, and the shelters have been located to other locations. On the left side, you can see trees. We have trees in public square, and the trees are being destroyed. And I don't know whether there was any plan to uproot the trees and use them some other place. Now you can see out also in front, we have these granite benches, very good quality stone, added a lot of elegance to 218-year-old public square, and all these, the granite is going to be replaced by new benches. They're going to have them made in concrete, which is a material that does not have the elegance that we have in granite. And Euclid Avenue has the famous Health Line, which travels from here to University Circle. The Health Line, RTA sold the name of the bus service to the hospital services, and they're getting paid for it, so it's called the Health Line, and operates at about 10 to 12 minutes on a 24-hour basis. And this building we see in here is a historic building, the famous May building, and it is going to be converted into an apartment complex. This building in here is a new skyscraper, the Huntington building, and a high-rise building, and the Huntington Bank is a major player in the development of downtown Cleveland. And then this building in here, tall building in here, is the Key Bank Tower, and the Key Bank Foundation contributed about $3 to $4 million towards the renovation of public square. So all of these big companies, banks and all, they all have a vested interest, because once they get the new public square, it will raise their property values, while it will cause great inconvenience in traffic delays to the rest of Clevelanders. Leave public square alone, leave public square alone. Don't mess with the traffic. Don't mess with the traffic. Don't close Ontario. Don't close Superior. Don't mess with the traffic. Hunger strike. Hunger strike. Stop corruption. Stop corruption in the public square project. Stop corruption in the public square project. So this is the 6th day of my hunger strike. Like I said, this was my second attempt to go on a hunger strike to protest corruption in the administration of Mayor Frank Jackson. Thank you.